All right, hold on. Let's wait for some people to join us. Hey, you guys. It is... Well, it's not even me. It's Little Red Witch. Hey, guys. Hi. Red Witch here, and I'm going to... Well, I've already pulled some cards here to start out with what's going on today and how this... You guys will know who you are that this is fitting for. Desert Siren's here. Hey, Desert. Desert needs some... Guys. She's needing some answers today, I bet, because she just so happened to pop on. You know what? You know what I was thinking, too, is that you're probably going to pick up on some of our energy, so I bet there's going to be something up in here for us as well.
Probably.
This is exciting.
We have Elizabeth and Summertime Fairy watching us on Instagram.
Hello. Why don't you talk a little bit about your readings first, sis? Oh, Melly's here, too.
Hi, Melly.
Hello, Melly.
So, usually when I do readings with people, you're handling the cards the whole time, and I'm just a translator of the cards, just telling you what you picked and translating that and how it deals with you. And sometimes I'm looking at the cards and I'm getting feelings from them, or I'll get like physical feelings of something going on with you when I'm personally dealing with you. So it all changes, like the regular tarot. So picking the cards today. We'll first start with love, because there's a lot of love coming out in these cards that I picked. So the first cup is a reverse page of cups. The first card, which is second card, reverse magician. Second card, second of pentacles. A third card, sorry. Next is justice. Six of cups. Let me pause this music. Hey Google, pause.
The mic's back on. I tried to help. I made it
Hey
worse.
Sorry,
Google,
guys.
pause.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, hey, Cassie. Desert Siren said she's
lovers.
stalking us.
Stopping.
Knight of Swords, Two of Swords, and Three of Wands. So, in looking at these cards, just thinking about love right now, what's going on in someone's love life, someone's not being truthful. There's an imbalance going on in love life. There's, the Magician reverse is showing that someone's being tricky, risky with what they're doing. And the Two of Pentacles reverse is showing there's an imbalance with love. I mean, the first three cards are all reversed regarding love. And then the Page of Cups, Page is a child. And that's a child within, and it's cups. So whatever's going on with love stems from internally, from that childhood of something that's going on with them, and it's as an adult or whoever you are at your age right now, it's still affecting you from something you went through when you were a child that you have not yet dealt with or faced or confronted, and that is affecting what's going on with love for you right now. And if somebody that's in this relationship is not being truthful or true to what they're doing or thinking or saying, because they're trying to be tricky in something, maybe they're trying to manipulate. I also see that they get caught and justice comes through. That's where the Justice card comes through. The Justice balance, puts down that gavel, that sword of like, no, you are now hereby known of what's really happening here. And once that comes out, the next two cards show love righted. I feel like this is when this justice happens with this love, there's children involved in this, and it's going to be okay with the parent and the child, and whoever is trying to do the deceiving, the tricking, justice is going to come to them, and then the family of, whatever parent and child is gonna be okay with this. When I think about what could come out of this in a career mode, it looks like there's two, whatever's going on with someone today, you have two choices in the matter of how you're going to move on, how you're going to go seek your opportunities. And I feel like this is also revolving around this love and opportunities, as far as your love, opportunities as far as your career, opportunities as far as your creativity. You have two choices that you already know what you have to do. And you can either chase the situation with words that are not going to get you anywhere, and you're just going to chase for the rest of your life, or you could make the choice of seeing the broader horizon, of seeing opportunities, because they're there waiting for you. They're there, everything that you want to try out, everything that you want good for yourself, it's out there waiting for you to grab. But like I said, you're in a state of making these two choices. And chasing somebody with a bunch of words, whether it's this love that's not a good love here, showing that you want to try and work things out, or maybe they're trying to work things out. There's trickery in here. And it's easier said than done to tell somebody, like, I'm done, or I'm walking away. Or someone even to tell you that. It's easy to go about that, to hear, but when you have to take the action, that's a whole different story. It's not that easy. You really have to be committed to where you're at in your life and what you want to change. And you got this Page of Cups reverse, which shows that whatever you're dealing with right now with love, it's because of something you went through as a child. That little person inside you is very unhappy. That little person inside was not receiving love the right way. And it affects you as you're an adult. You end up attracting what you probably didn't want, as far as if you had a problem with your parents. And know this, sometimes people had no problems with their families, and they say, I had a good life. Everything was done well. I was happy. I had this. I had that, and that's fine. But a lot of people that tell me that they have a lot of things that they received. They went places. They had always what they needed. Looking at them, they had a good life. They lived well. But what they really needed was attention, was quality time. They didn't have that quality time. And believe it or not, when you don't have that quality time with your children, it's a neglect that they grow up seeking from other people. And it's not because you're a piece of shit parent. You're just, you are busy working. You're busy trying to keep the house. You're busy, 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 busy. And it's easy to be so busy that you don't realize you got to stop to give that quality time. And it's something that generation after generation just passes on. So when I look at these cards, a lot, like, the focus of today is about love. Love is like blowing up in these cards here. There's something that's not a good situation in love today. There's trickery going on. There's huge imbalance, unhappiness, and it starts with the person being in this situation because of where they came from and what they learned. And this can all be changed if they change who they are. And the bottom line is, when you're in a situation that you know is wrong, and your core knows the truth, then it's up to you whether you're going to try and pretend because you just don't want to face it, or are you going to face the truth and be true to yourself by loving yourself to make the right decision of doing things that are hurtful and painful, but is the right decision. You already know that you know that already. It's just you taking that step. But if you take the right step, you get the Three of Wands. And the Three of Wands shows that everything in front of you is ready for you to just go and get. Every opportunity out there is not being stopped. You can, looking for a career, you got it. You're going to get it. You're looking for something because you're a creative person and you want to create something, maybe start your own business. Maybe make a product that you want to sell. You can do this. This card is showing that whatever you want to do, that horizon out there is beautiful, and you can go and establish and create and get and do whatever you put your mind out for. There's nothing stopping you. The only thing stopping you would be you. Whether you want to stay in the muck that you're in right now, because this is not a good situation with love, or whether you want to see the horizon and be true to yourself and do what you've always wanted to do and succeed like you've never succeeded before. That's what's coming out really high in these cards.
I have a question. Okay, so in this hand right here, is this somebody that could possibly be lying or deceiving, not in a cheating kind of way, but when it comes to, because I hear you talking so much about, like, career wise and financial gain and things like that. Is this somebody that could possibly be lying about finances, or is it more of a cheating kind of relationship?
It's more of
when you talk about deceit.
When I'm talking about this trickery and deceit, it's more it's relationship of somebody who's together, whether you're boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, a couple. There's trickery going on in that, and the deceit could involve. I don't feel like this is really involving a third party. I feel like what's happening here is a lot of lying going on. A lot of one person believing all this because that's what they're being fed, while the other person is just lying on top of lie on top of lie on top of lie. And when I try to determine like what that lies could be, well, then the lies could be about money, because then you got this Two of Pentacles, which is in balance, and it also refers to money, and it could be lies about money, that they're they're spending money or they're stealing money and lying about it.
So it's almost like as if, for a lot of women out there who, sometimes we get stuck in playing more of the domestic role, whereas the man wants you to stay at home and doesn't really allow you to kind of have your own career because they like to have that financial power over you, is what it kind of sounds like. It's something like that.
Yeah.
Or it could be the other way around. It could be a man that they have at home.
There's a question
one
on
or
here.
Oh, go ahead.
Someone asked the question. She said, could it be the love that one has for themselves, or has or does not have for themselves? Like, could it be that also?
The situation is happening because the person doesn't have the right love for themselves. This is why they're in this situation. They're not loving themselves the right way. That's for sure. Whoever's dealing with this kind of situation right now, you're in this situation because you don't love yourself the right way. You might have never known to love yourself the right way. Unfortunately, the majority of the human population has never been born and taught that you come first and then your mom and dad. No one's been taught that. So it's rare when you find someone who you meet automatically and they're just so in love with themselves. Usually when someone's so in love with themselves, they're cocky and overboard, and that's still not loving themselves. They think it is, but it's overboard because they're still trying to accommodate something. Mm-hmm. So this situation is happening because you didn't love yourself the right way. You didn't know how, but you're becoming aware of it now. So it's time to start loving yourself. And whoever you're with that's doing this, think back in your in your childhood. Whoever you're with, your significant other, however that title may be, do they remind you of somebody that you grew up with? Most likely that's the truth, that's what it is, because you this is all you know, this is what you learned, and you gravitate to the same thing, not realizing that this is not good for you. It's what you're used to.
You know what kind of made me think of that domestic role too is that there are a lot of stay-at-home moms. Like when you're growing up, especially back in the day, you're used to seeing the mom at home raising the kids, taking care of the house, doing all the cooking and the cleaning while the man is at work. And the man likes it that way because everything is done when he gets home and he's tended to. So that's kind of what made me feel like this had a lot to do with. Yeah, I kind of didn't feel like what you were saying, and I'm only listening to words because I don't read cards, but I'm listening to what Red Witch is saying, and it does sound a lot like this is like, somebody that's being put into servitude, not willingly, but because they feel that that is their place, because they've seen their mom as the stay-at-home mom playing the domestic role, taking care of everything at home, when this person really does actually have a lot of talents and gifts and is not able to use them because they feel like their place is at home because they've been told that.
I think that means a lot to the person who's watching on here in particular. She just said that she herself is a stay-at-home mom.
Oh, wow. See that?
So yeah, this is what's coming through. It's really today focuses on this hardship situation with a relationship and dealing with the love that you really want that you're not getting. But the only way you're going to fix this is by looking in the mirror and loving yourself finally, and realizing you are worth it. You need to believe in yourself, and everything you've ever wanted that you're not getting right now, and it's in a sense of love. The only way you can get that is by giving it to yourself. Then these cards will turn around. That's the good thing about cards. They're not set in stone. Then all of a sudden you'll be in a good situation. But, it takes both people to learn to love themselves before they know how to love each other right. And right now, this is an ugly situation that is not getting any better, and you're put in a position of making choices. But you already know your choice. It's not something that you're wondering what your choices are. You already know your choice. And Your results are, you're either going to keep chasing the situation, trying to change it, and you can't change anybody. They need to change themselves, and that includes you. Or you can be true to yourself, and that's taking the step of changing yourself and loving yourself and reaching for all those goals that you might have dreamt of and never reached for. Being creative, going into getting a career, stabilizing your finances, all because you love yourself the right way. So
Yeah, independence is a big part of loving
Mhm.
you. Is there
huge.
anybody on YouTube that has any questions? I am live on YouTube right now. Nimue is live on Insta. So if you guys have any questions for Red Witch, as far as this spread, if you guys have any questions regarding it, please feel free to go ahead and ask your questions at the moment. Regarding the spread that is laid out in front of you, if there's anybody that has a question or didn't quite get it or understand. I don't see.
And Summertime Fairy is saying that the reading is making a lot of sense for her. It's making a lot. This is the stay-at-home mom. She said it's making a lot of sense for her. Your reading.
Yeah.
So
this is definitely.
We have Mary Lou. She said, could this be between two females?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's a relationship.
Yeah. So it could be between mother and daughter.
Yes, it's a relationship.
It could be between. She's asking about best friends.
Absolutely. When you have that kind of connection, it's almost like, I mean, best friends are almost like married people. That's why you call yourself best friends. It's between two people.
Right.
This is going on right now. Someone is not being truthful in this situation, saying one thing and lying about another.
She said that she used to have a career, but lost her job in 2009, and she hasn't been the same since.
Well, there's a horizon waiting for you to go get that again, and this is waiting for you, and the only thing stopping you is you. Go get it. There's nothing stopping you, and when you think, oh, it's too hard, I can't do it, situations are bad right now, well, putting that out there, you can bet it is, because you are creating that by putting it out there. But when you say, you know what, I'm gonna jump and I'm gonna do this, and I don't know how I'm gonna get this money, or I don't know how I'm gonna find this place, or I tell you, I promise you, it always works out. If you believe that it's there and you're gonna go get it, it always works out. Right, guys?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Amen.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Say it, girl.
I ran out of sayings.
I know. I did too.
I ran out. I'm sorry.
I went from church to hood.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So this is what came out today. This is huge, because it didn't go into really career, except that your career is waiting for you. Opportunities are waiting for you to just take. It's up to you to make that decision.
Aww.
Love is what came out today.
You've inspired her. She says she's gonna go get it and put a heart.
I'm glad. You can do it. You just got to believe in yourself. Look in the mirror every day when you're doing your hair, when you're putting on your makeup, washing your face, whatever makes you look in the mirror. Then you tell yourself, you got this. You love yourself. That you believe in yourself. I don't know you guys, but I believe in you. So you got this.
She says thank you so much for this.
You're welcome. You're welcome, guys.
So that has been a reading by Red Witch. Sis, you want to talk about your Tarot Tuesdays?
So Tarot Tuesdays, what that entails is that, so it's $15 for 15 minutes. You just come in and, we'll just, whatever you need to know, we just do a regular tarot, and whatever you need to know, you got 15 minutes. And if you go over, then it's like just it's $1 added for each minute. That's how it is. Like if you go over 2 minutes, so you got 17 minutes. But otherwise, you just want a quick, confirmation of something, because basically these cards are confirmation. You guys know what's going on. You just don't want to face it, don't want to hear it, don't want to believe it, but inside the core you know, and then the cards confirm that for you. So that's Tarot Tuesday.
No.
Instead of doing like a whole half hour, maybe you just need something quick to know. You have the choice of getting just 15-minute read, $15. If you want to get a regular read, then you can still do that. But that's the special for Tarot Tuesdays.
And what type of readings do you offer?
So I do regular readings where it's just whatever questions come to mind that you need to get clarifications. Then I do past life readings. So past life readings, the reason for this reading is to let you see the lives that you've had in the past, what you've done in the past, and then what it's still lingering in this current lifetime today that you need to establish to not carry this into the next life. You need to get this resolved. Otherwise, if you run from whatever problem is still going on, you're going to carry this problem in every single life. And if it's dealing with a person, and usually it is, that person will be in your life every single life. It might be different people titled, it might be mother, daughter that's having an issue today, and you don't resolve this, you might be mother and daughter again, or you might be two sisters, but you will have the same problems that are happening today. So it's best that you become aware of what these problems are so that you can, when your time comes to passing, you're passing clean. You resolved and accomplished everything you need to accomplish in this life, and your next life will be maybe to guide someone, maybe to learn a new experience, but not to have to redo something you didn't get in the past.
Because you didn't do it the right way.
Right. And then the last reading is connecting with loved ones. Someone might have passed that you never got to say goodbye to, or that you did say goodbye to, but there were so many questions and you couldn't ask, and they weren't able to talk to you. Unfinished business that you can't rest yourself because you need to know something, or maybe you just miss them so much and you just want to be in contact with them to like let them know you love them and to hear them say something to you. So I connect with someone who's passed, and then you're going through the cards because the energy is flowing with all of us, and then they're talking, and sometimes they're talking through cards, and sometimes I'm hearing them, and I'll if they're angry, I will hear the anger.
You pick up on their emotions.
Yeah, I can feel what they feel. If they're crying, if they're
happy,
they have like pressure, I can feel all that. So it comes through like that. So these are the three.
So for the readings that you channel spirit, these readings would help a lot for anybody that has lost somebody tragically, suddenly, or even to suicide. I feel that these readings give a lot of closure to people that didn't really have answers, to families that didn't have answers, or didn't get that chance to say their last words to them, or even know what was going through their minds when this happened, or when they did what they did, if it was their own life that they had taken. So Desert Siren said that this was a really good reading.
Thank you, Desert Siren.
Melly had said, amen, what is yours? Take it. And Mary Lou, I believe her name was Mary Lou. She's in Texas. She wants to know if there is a reading that you can do over the phone, possibly.
I can do readings over the phone.
That's going to be a service that we're going to potentially be adding to our website once we have it all figured out. But I mean,
in the meantime, I have tried to do readings for people where we can like FaceTime video or something, chat, or yeah, so that you guys can see like you've seen here. A lot of connections were really poor, so I just had them on speaker, and what I do is, if depending on, we don't, first of all, over the phone I will never do past life readings, because that is completely has to be your energy. The only thing I can do over the phone is like regular question tarot. or if you wanted to connect with someone. And then what I do is, I have your energy. I usually see who you are, or if it's a loved one, I see a picture. If you send me a picture, so I can focus on them, bring in that energy, whether it's you or someone, and then whatever question you have, you never have to tell me your questions. You can keep your questions to yourself. Some people just don't feel comfortable letting others know what they want to know, and that's fine. I don't need to know that. I will hold my hand over the cards, and I will tell you, as you're concentrating on your question, you tell me when to stop. As soon as I stop over the card, that's the card I'm picking, and it's always 3 cards per question. So, we can do readings over the phone, and it's $35 for half hour, and then every half hour added is $5. So then I can charge you through PayPal, and we can go from there. But we can do readings over the phone. And then I am gonna start a YouTube page so that I can do readings there as well. Maybe if you have questions, or you have and and I can like go ahead and video it for you, so I can do that too.
Erica wants to know how about stillborn babies. Erica, are you asking if Red Witch would be able to do a spiritual reading for like in regards to a stillborn baby? Is that what the question was? If she'd be able to channel that spirit and allow you to be able to communicate? I'm just waiting for that. Or you can go ahead.
You can still connect with them. The reason being, it's their soul that I'm connecting with.
Mm-hmm.
So even though they were born stillborn, their soul went on, and that's the soul. All these loved ones who I connect with, I'm connecting with their souls. So we can still do that as well with that.
Okay. Mary Lou said that she would like to book a session with you. So Mary Lou, if you want to go ahead and message Red Witch on our Facebook page, and she can go ahead and set up a date and a time with you. Our Facebook page is Spiritual Vibes and the Soul Sisters. If you look us up, you will see our logo right here. This will be what you will see in the profile picture. That's our logo right there. And it will be Spiritual Vibes and the Soul Sisters. You just have to go to our Facebook page and go ahead and leave us a message. Let Red Witch know that you would like to book a reading with her. Erica is saying, yes, exactly. I'm asking for my mom. My brother was stillborn. So she's wanting answers for her mom. Wanting answers possibly to know where the spirit has gone, why, and things like that. Okay. So yeah, that's definitely possible, Erica. She says that she would be able to do that. So if you want to let your mom know, I'm sure that would give her some closure and some answers. Also, Red Witch will be coming out with her own gift cards. So if you are wanting a reading for anybody else and you would like to go ahead and pay for that reading for them, you can do that as well. Erica says we've always felt connection with him, even though we've never had met him in person or in life.
And I'm not surprised to hear that, because I know someone who was they were a twin that were born, but their twin was stillborn, and then this person survived. She never knew who her twin was. She didn't know if it was a boy or a girl, because the mother refused to talk about it because it was too painful. And we found out, for her, we found out who her twin was and what her name was, and how how she's been feeling, and it was a beautiful thing for her, because it was something that she's been living with, and didn't know who to go to for answers, because her mom could not talk about it, because she still couldn't get past the pain. So I'm not surprised that you're feeling your brother, because it's a soul that passes on, and he didn't get to stay around, but like all our families and friends and ancestors, whoever they are, they can come be with us anytime they want. So it's not a surprise to hear that.
She said, we've always looked at him as a guardian angel, speak to him daily.
And that's a good thing. I'm glad you do that, because that's what he's doing. He's guiding you. He's watching you guys. So absolutely.
Okay. I don't think that there is any other questions. You guys can. Oh, we have Mary Lou. She said, I suffered a miscarriage, and my daughter says she sees a boy ghost.
Oh, okay. We can do for that. I would do a reading for you to determine what comes through.
Yeah, she says, I cleanse my home often, but she still sees a ghost. Yeah, so through the reading, you might be able to find, you could incorporate, you might want to do maybe a tarot reading if you're needing or answers for certain things that are going on right now. And if you're wanting to do also a spirit tarot reading where you can find out who this ghost is or who this spirit is and why it is that they're there and if they're needing your help in any way. Erica said thank you so much for the guidance and the answers and
no problem. You're welcome. This is my pleasure to give to you guys.
Yeah, so are you planning on doing these daily reads once a week? Once, I don't know, when are you planning on doing them?
So I don't know. You guys think I should do it daily or weekly?
I don't know. I kind of like daily, but
Per day.
Yeah, probably daily. Maybe
Okay.
when the shop's open and granted today was a good day to do it because it's snowing out, nobody's coming in, so it was a nice slow day to have this done.
All right, that's what I'll do then. I
All right.
will start the day with a reading.
Sounds good.
Ooh.
You guys got any questions?
No.
Y'all? Okay. All right, you guys. Well, that has been another video with Little Red Witch and the voice behind the phone, Nina Soul. Mary Lou said, I appreciate you ladies. Thank you for sharing your gifts with us. You are welcome, Mary Lou. And we had seen that you had messaged us, so we'll go ahead and go and check that out right now. Thank you so much for you guys for tuning in, and we will see you guys at the next video. Blessed be.